if you had 100 billion and you had a blank slate, Martin is starting afresh. Okay, no baggage from anything you did historically. Where the world sits today, at the valuations of today, you have to allocate the 100 billion and you can only pick three industries. What would they be and why?
The Martin Vision Fund.
The Martin vision, although not the vision. Listen, I think there are four major waves transforming our world. Transition to a digital economy, turbocharged by AI. This is the biggest tsunami. The transition to digital is a 25-year wave. AI is a 5-year wave. They're one building on each other, and that is fantastic. The second way is the transformation of the healthcare sector. Increasing capacity in the South and healthcare innovation to contain cost and treat the untreatable diseases in the West.
Also, like export healthcare in a way.
The third is energy transition away from fossil fuels. And if we needed a reminder of how fragile our dependence on fossil fuels, forget global warming, think Suez. And the fourth one is the rise of the new consumer in the South. I think for the next 10, 20 years, these four forces will generate tremendous opportunity for anybody who wants to be an entrepreneur.
When you say new consumer in the global South,
It's your question of what happens to consumption from 3,000 GDP to 5,000 GDP and 8,000 GDP.
do you suspect those new consumers will buy American products or native to their own countries?
It will be very, very specific, but the cost of launching a new brand has never been lower. The cost of distributing a new brand has never been lower. So the chances that local champions win have never been higher.
Would you say geopolitical tensions from a multipolar world will have inflation present at a rate higher than our historical past, which in turn leads to different kind of opportunities? The geopolitics will remain complicated for the next 10 years?
I think geopolitics will remain complicated.
And who will benefit from that? Which industry?
It goes back to what I learned with volatility in Brazil in my book. If you're fit, if you have access to capital, and you can move with agility, all this volatility becomes your friend. And your friends at 3G are experts at this. Whenever there's fear, they are not fearful. And they mobilize capital and resources and smart young people to capture opportunities.
And they kind of go all in, right?
They go all in.
They don't do much, but they go all in each time they do.
They're very focused, concentrated bets.
You're also concentrated, but not as much as them.
Much less. Very different business.
So amongst the trends that you mentioned, Martin, which would you rank as the biggest opportunity if the biggest one were to be 1, the second biggest one were to be 2, and then 3 and 4?
So listen, for your age, AI is a blue moon that happens every 25 years. Probably longer. AI is the biggest thing since electricity. So yes, you're absolutely right to be playing with AI, and God knows where you're going to end up, but it's moving at a rate of change that you are learning so much and you're reinventing, and by the time you're 35, you will have the experience of a 100-year-old. So you're absolutely in the number one tsunami.
So when you say AI, out of the 100 billion you have now to start afresh, how much goes there and how would you pick which companies to allocate it to?
If you think about the internet as a proxy, it did create some amazing companies.
Not right away.
Not right away. And there was exuberance, irrationality, and valuations that were completely detached from reality. Our approach as our GA, in the internet, there was a little bit of spray and pray and chasing the shiny objects. Didn't work out so well from us. Our approach for us today, given our scale experience and risk aperture, is to be intensive users of AI in the portfolio and in ourselves. and to wait until the unit economics and the leadership is a little more established before we pound. What have we learned? AI for coding productivity? Check. AI for marketing productivity? Check. AI for customer service? Check. AI for automating repetitive rules-based process? Check.
Do services fall in that?
To the extent they're repetitive rules-based processes? Check. Amazing. 30, 50, 70% productivity gains. Agentic services embedded to payments or software. Check. You can monetize. All that is working. Among the LLMs, we waited, and then we saw Anthropic inflect. We're betting in a world model that does text to video called Runway. So AI is fascinating. I wish I was 21.
So how much of the $100 you have will go to AI?
It will go up in time.
But today?
Today, about 10% of our, I think 15% of our capital is in AI.
So 15 billion to AI.
Yeah.